everyone and welcome. Here's another video for week 1 for ITS 2105. In this video we're going to go briefly over Visual Studio and start our first C# program. You do have to complete a program for the assignment 3. However, depending on your level and how much of a beginning you are, we can offer an extension on the deadline as well as get you up to par so that you can feel comfortable in creating programs in Visual Studio. Hopefully you downloaded the program and it's already available for you on your computer. So when you start Visual Studio, you would choose New Project. And if you notice, there's a lot of different languages you can choose from on the left here. And obviously we're going to be choosing C#. And for the most of the programs we're going to do for this course, we're going to use a console application. So when you choose console application, click OK. The screen will generate for you the beginning of your program. Now you'll notice that there's code already here for you. This code is standard and it will be there for you to use so you don't have to type it in, and also to allow your program to run. Now for the program I'm going to give you an example of, it's for the one that we were discussing in the beginning programming videos, the program where you add two numbers. So here's the code that is needed for this program. And as we're discussing during this week, we know that we have to declare variables. Variables are what will hold our values in for the processing of our program. I always mention that when you start program design, you need to think about the input, process, and output. Now, in order for having input and output, typically you will have variables that store either the input data or the results. So for our example that we've been working with so far, we want to write a program that will add two numbers. So we want these numbers to be integers. So for C#, if you notice that these variables are declared, the variables need to be declared so that the compiler will know what kind of values to accept, and also create the memory space to store these values. So we have three variables here, num1, num2, and result. Now, in order to get information from a user, you have input prompts. The way you would write input prompts is with this console.writeLine, and then in parentheses you would place what you want to display. Here we have simply please enter number 1. Now, we also have a slash here and an N. That is important just to tell the compiler, or as it's executing, that it'll go to the next line and wait for the user then to enter the input. So that slash N is important, and if you notice everything is around double quotes, that is important as well, because as I mentioned several times already in the various videos, quotes are how the compiler distinguishes between a variable and just some string or message to display Now, also, I mentioned assignment statements. num1 is going to then receive what the user types in. Now, this has to be typed as is, because what it will do, anything typed in the keyboard is known as string or text or characters. However, if we want to do calculations and make it a number, we have to use the convert function. So this is a convert dot to int32 and then read line. Readline will take in what is typed in and then convert to int32 or convert it to a number so that we can calculate with it. And then I repeat the same process for num2. I have write line and then I have the read line. And then the result is calculated, and then I have my write line to display the output. After that is done, you would click debug, start without debugging, and then it asks me for a number, I type it in, asks me for another number, I type it in, and if you notice, then my result is calculated. Hopefully this will help you and get you started. I posted this in the discussion forum so you can practice and run this program to get you going. Thanks and have a great day.